Well, hello there. I'm Kim Berry, editor of Food and Drink Business. Welcome to Play, our weekly news roundup brought to you by GS1 Australia. GS1 is the go-to for all your barcode needs. Head over to gs1au.org and discover next generation 2D barcodes. They're a game changer for food and drink businesses. In the news this week, the poultry business Farm Pride Food that is currently battling avian influenza at some of its Victorian sites informed the ASX this week that an additional testing at its Rocks farm in Lethbridge had also returned positive results. That farm has around 240,000 birds, which is almost a quarter of Farm Pride's total production capacity. The first outbreak was reported in late May at one of the company's farms in Meredith, and then at its Lethbridge Aviary farm earlier this month. With the latest outbreak, 36% of the company's production capacity has been affected. Farm Pride has proposed a non-renounceable, fully underwritten pro-rata entitlement offer to raise around $6 million for working capital during the recovery period and expanding rearing and laying farming operations. After Accolade Wines walked away from their 3 months of merger talks, Australian Vintage says sector consolidation is logical and that it is ready to participate in other possible mergers. It also launched a heavily discounted capital raise as it looks to reduce debt and rebuild its balance sheet. The equity raise has shares priced at 20 cents per share, which is a 42% discount on its last close on May 22 of 34.5 cents. The raise is not underwritten and there's no guarantee it will be fully subscribed. The company also announced it expects to record a $38 million impairment charge against goodwill in this financial year. And the company's net debt forecast is going to be in the range of 70 to 75 million, which is just a smidge higher than its expectation of 43 to 50 million dollars. In other beleaguered company news, Synlait Milk says that its main shareholder, Bright Dairy, has agreed to provide a shareholder loan of 130 million New Zealand dollars, subject to shareholder approval. Synlait will draw down the full amount to repay its obligation to senior lenders, which is due on July 15. It also said it was unlikely to meet its banking covenants because of its deleveraging program and further weakening of its financial performance. Now, as one shining star, Dairyworks is back in the fold and the for sale sign has been taken down. Synlait was trying to sell the cheese business and said that while there had been interested parties, offers were not sufficient to drive the sale. Lion is set to close the Malt Shovel Brewery in Inner Sydney, which has been operating for 36 years. The brewery produced James Squires, Yamundi, New Belgium and Little Creatures. Their production will be transferred to the Stone and Wood Brewery in Murwillumbah or to Geelong. Lion Managing Director James Brindley said that beer producers were having a pretty tough time, with volumes falling in Australia by 100 million litres since 2019. As so many craft brewers have been saying, Brindley cited ongoing cost of living pressures that are reducing discretionary spending, continued increases in energy, labour and ingredient costs, and a government excise that is now the third highest in the world. Lion's news came a month after Asahi had announced it would be closing its Matilda's Bay Healesville brew pub and shifting its production to other sites, including that of Pirate Life in Port Adelaide. The CEO of Haigh's Chocolates, Alistair Haigh, has received the Alfred Stauder Award for Excellence for his outstanding contribution to the confectionery sector in Australia. Haigh is the fourth generation of the family to lead what is Australia's oldest family-owned chocolate company. The Alfred Stauder Award recognises an individual's significant contribution to the confectionery industry in the form of research, development and marketing of business. Haigh's father, John, received the award in 1993 and his great-grandfather, Alfred Haigh, started the business in 1915. It produces around 1,000 tonnes of chocolate a year, but it's currently building a new factory that has 2 production facilities, and that's going to see their production double. Now, as always, for all these stories and more, please head to the website foodanddrinkbusiness.com.au. Don't forget to subscribe and tell your colleagues. Our daily digital newsletter, Food and Drink Today, carries all the news you need to know. Thanks to GS1 Australia, and with that, I'm Kim Berry, over and out.